Former flat earthers, what made you realize the Earth is, in fact, not flat? This will probably get buried, but as someone who entertained but never fully believed the idea and went pretty deep down the rabbit hole, it's time. On a flat Earth map, circling the North Pole should be an extremely short trip, while circling the South Pole would be the longest route on the planet. The further south you get, the further apart things should be and the longer trips would take. The flat Earth map really falls apart there. Once they start arguing that time works differently based on location, you know there's no way to justify the argument. I got a tattoo about a year ago. The guy was highly rated in tattoo and his photorealistic style was exactly what I was looking for to commemorate my mother's passing 20 years prior. While he is setting up, he puts on the TV and the first thing that comes on is a YouTube channel about flat Earth theories. What followed was the wildest 4 hours I have ever had, strapped into a chair with a man going at my arm with a device that stabs my skin hundreds of times per second. What was craziest about him was he had his pilot's license. He flies an airplane. When he goes up, he can clearly see the curvature of the Earth. As he explained everything though, it kind of made sense why he would believe it. I can't remember specifics, but I came to realize that all his points would make perfect sense if you were applying them to making three-dimensional art on a two-dimensional plane. It was pretty fascinating. The tattoo ended up pretty sick, too. He gave me a discount at the end because I guess no one actually listens to his rants patiently. My ex-husband is a flat earther. Literally nothing you can say to him will make him think otherwise. Including that damn 15-degree drift. He acknowledges that he doesn't think like everybody else but insists that everybody else is wrong. I can't tell you the countless hours that I wasted in YouTube rabbit holes with him explaining the logistical ways the Earth is flat. And that there is an ice wall encapsulating us to prevent the oceans from pouring over. They're a different breed of people. Hey, something I can finally answer. Not me but my good friend and roommate fell into the flat Earth black hole while in university. Started out as a joke but then he just fell into it more and more. Eventually I challenged him to do an experiment to figure it out ourselves. We went to opposite ends of a big inlet bay. He had calculated the supposed curvature of the Earth and figured out that from the distance between us, me at one end and him at the other, we should have a few meters of water between us. We both took some powerful green lasers that he had smuggled back from China in years past. While on the phone I would shine my laser somewhat into the air, watching to avoid planes and helicopters. Then now that he could see me, he would shine his laser up into the sky and slowly lower it until it disappears or just me. If it hit me, the Earth was possibly flat. Well, it disappeared 3 or so meters above my head every time. He accepted it and we moved on, besides a brief time where he thought it was refracted from the water. Didn't flat earthers do experiments to prove their point that ended up disproving it? Then of course continued believing what they wanted to anyway. Like this video, and subscribe for more.